finally back in reviewing the Shokugeki no Soma chapter 1 to 8. And let's just tell it was a good chapter. It was at least revealed one thing for me. How many days is this festival? 5 days. It's day 3 and Kuga mentioned only 2 more days, which means it's 5 days. But that's not important, we'll get to that later. First of all, the chapter starts with apparently Totsuki doesn't even not only have cooking, they also have cooking mangas and apparently cooking performances. I don't know, cooking cosplay performances. I never thought it could get any weirder. Although Yuki and Ryuko visits from the Polar Star visits Soma and Megumi, and although their sales have increased, they're still in the red from day 1 debt. And well, as Soma says that Megumi should go out and rest with the other girls because they're out on the break. Kuga once again shows up and being an obnoxious, smug, proud elite. He's like, close it, come on. Oh. Let me tell you, my disliking of Kuga just increased over there. I mean, you can feel, even though Soma is one who keeps his emotions in check and rarely, if ever, blasts out in anger, you can almost sense the tranquil fury on how much Kuga is insulting his cooking and his status, and gloating over that his restaurant has so many much more. We then switch back to the last night, revealing that Soma intends to really challenge Kuga in a Mapo noodles, saying the reason why it's not a spice, and he's also a bit of a more playful laugh. He gets angry a little bit in Megumi saying that Pop's cooking is one for everything. It's not inferior to Kuga's cooking at all. This reveals that once again probably an Achilles heel in Kuga's cooking. His cooking is deliciously spicy, but apparently to Soma, his pops Yoichiro's-san created a flavor that any kind of local could enjoy, meaning it wasn't just exclusively spicy. And that's actually a pretty well doing if you're gonna do a booming business. So either way, Megumi and Soma spend the night trying to find a flavor. And apparently he has also called Tomita-san, the shy chairman from his shopping district, apparently ordering something. And but they apparently need something more around the booth. And then Megumi calls someone. We do not know who that one is, but she calls that person Chief. Could it be that fishman? Well, technically that should be impossible. I mean, the fisherman is, I don't know how far, but they should be over here, and Totsuki will be here, and it's only because the next day, 2 days left. They cannot possibly call in a favor that far, at least not in time. But whoever it is, we have not yet heard of it. It could very well be someone Megumi practiced in her staging week. Anyway, the next day, the day 3. Now we are on day 3, and it's 2 days left. Megumi and Soma had spent the night creating a perfect dish, which will they launch now. And now it's on the day 4. I mean, I confused everything, didn't I? It is day 4. Yes, I did not count day 4 and 5. That's why it was 2. Either way, Soma, with Soma's help, have created a benches, it's benches all over his booth, meaning that now his people can sit down and enjoy. Of course, Kuga is having none of that, and once again insults him, saying that this is mocking his store. But then Soma answers with a line that finally changes the smug on Kuga's face. He says to Kuma, Well, it's certainly that my first moon bucket festival, and I'm just a newbie who transferred here half a year ago. But in terms of how long we run a restaurant, I have about 10 more experience than you, senpai. You see how angry Kuga is at that line. Which is actually, we do not yet know the history of all these elites, if they have family restaurants or not. But it's true, Soma is one of the most experienced of that. As the bald guys react in anger when they see what Soma is cooking, they think he has no chance. But then Soma reveals his secret weapon. It's not just Mapo noodles, it's Mapo noodles with a huge meatball. Will this add a new juicy taste to the spiciness that is Mapo noodles? Who knows? Hopefully the counterattack starts now. Oh, and let's just make one thing clear. When I said 2 days over there, and that Kuga revealed, here's what the thing is. When he is roll calling his guys to, we're gonna still be top 1 in this district for 1 year, he secretly says to himself, only 2 days left. The way he says it seems to hint something. Either he is nervous about business and saying, just 2 more days and it's finally over, or once again could hint to that theory I had a long time ago, that he has made some kind of promise with the first seat, but only if he continues to stay as the number 1 in this district. So maybe when he says that line, the way he says it could mean that it's only 2 more days for him to stay on top and he can finally get what he wants. Because he did not take kindly when Soma insulted him, when bragged how much he has, theories and all that stuff. So what I mean is, I'm still hanging on to the theory that Kuga may have earned more money than Soma, but I have a feeling that the promise he has made with the first seat has to do something about you have to be number 1 5 days a week, every single 5 days. Because if you think about it, the first seat must be the best cook in the entire academy, and unless you cannot be the number 1 in your spot one day, then you guess you haven't proved it. But oh well, we'll see. Will Soma do the counterattack? Oh, I certainly hope next week.